Ever get stuck in your own head, just looping on the same thought until you believe it's true? Back in the day, I was this young punk, raising hell, running around, having adventures, and getting in lots of trouble. They were great times. Except for when they weren't. The times that they weren't, crazy times. Deluded craziness, believing all my thoughts. It was a crash and burn death spiral of overthinking, that I wasn't good enough, that people don't like me, and that I had to prove myself because I didn't belong. It caused me to lash out at those that I loved and kept me separated and rebellious. It's amazing what you'll believe when you think it enough times or say it to yourself over and over again. Years later, I found meditation, which gave me the skills that I so desperately needed. It showed me how to pop out of my thoughts and realize that I didn't need to buy into all of those stories that I kept telling myself. Popping out of your thoughts is like coming out of a hypnotic trance, like a realization of sanity. In previous weeks, we've explored popping out of our thoughts. We learned that once we realize that our minds have wandered, it removes us from that thought. And in that moment, we can return to being present. In order to pop out of our thoughts, it helps to know what they're made of. So in this practice, we're going to learn how to dial in the resolution of our inner world, learning more about who we are. So let's check it out. This week, we're continuing to build that muscle of clarity. All right, it's time to sit. So as always, find a comfortable place to sit where you won't be disturbed and close your eyes. Sit with your back as straight as you can to promote balance and alertness. Search for and feel the peacefulness and space that sitting with comfort and balance creates. Notice the pattern and depth as you breathe normally. And let your mouth give the slight hint of a smile. Now increase the depth of your breath and settle into it. Breathe in slowly through the nostrils. Notice your chest and abdomen rise as you inhale. Your back straight and tall, triggering that alertness. When you breathe out, it's like you're landing in this present moment. The mood is chill, easygoing, curious about what we're going to learn. Today, we're going to explore two aspects of our thinking process: mental images and inner dialogue. Sometimes we notice them, sometimes we don't because we're lost inside them. And we're all different, right? You may experience more images or more talk. Let's find out. Starting with images, picture a dog. For some, this is easy. For some, not so much. Get curious about yourself. How easy is it for you to picture this dog? Is your dog vivid or is it washed out? Where do you see it specifically? Right in front of you? Or maybe it's to the left or right? Or maybe there's no dog at all. Maybe it's just an idea of a dog, but can't see any visuals. There's no wrong way, but it's all super interesting to learn. Explore for a bit. So the idea is to hang out here patiently and just see if any other images come. You no longer have to deliberately create an image of a dog. You're just sitting and seeing if any random images come. And if you do notice an image, you can give it a little label like see. Like in pops an image of your friend, you can say see. And then you can watch it and see what happens. Maybe it sticks around or dissolves away. And then when a new one comes, you just say, see. And just do this each time. And if there's no image, that's normal too. You just watch the blankness. Curious about the blank spot of your mental screen. The idea is to catch ourselves in the act of using visual thinking. So try this. Cool. So sometimes there are a lot of images and sometimes there's none. You may notice that sometimes sound triggers an image, like maybe a song or a phrase triggers something. Whatever the case, if you see something, you say the label, see. And you're saying it in a very chill way, see. See. The label helps keep us attentive, helps us from getting lost in thinking. And remember, if everything is totally blank, that's cool. You just get curious about the blankness. Keep going. So this exercise can make us tense sometimes. So just make sure you soften up, but you want to stay aware, especially with images. They can kind of suck us into this dreamy space, and that's how daydreams start. So try to notice when this starts to happen. You notice the daydream starting to suck you in with images, and you pop out of it and say, see. Just a little more to go here, and we'll switch it up. Okay, so not to worry if you're feeling lost. This practice for sure can be hard at first to get the hang of. We're going to switch it up here and explore the audio part of thinking, mostly our internal dialogue. But it can also be internal sounds, like a tune stuck in your head all day. So just like images, some people have a lot of internal talk and some have very little. Some may also have a lot but never notice it. So try this. Try saying your own name in your head and then determine where you hear it in your own mind. Do you hear it by your ears, deeper in your body, or no spatial location at all? As you do this, what's it like? Experiment with making your talk louder or softer. Listen in as you do, but try to stay relaxed here. Okay, so stop deliberately saying your name to yourself. Just listen and see what spontaneous inner talk might appear. You may not realize, but this is thinking. Each time the talk starts, label the talk with here. You're listening in and you hear some talking start and you say to yourself, here, here. And maybe it stops and maybe it keeps going. Maybe there's no talk at all, so you just sit there and enjoy the silence. Try out this weird meditation for a little bit. Cool, so we're almost finished. This meditation is not easy, so you're doing just fine. Keep going and see if you can stay aware of your inner talk or inner images in a relaxed way. Okay, cool. Now, stop doing all of that. Let go of this bizarre inner focus you're doing and completely relax. You earned it. Alright, come back to your surroundings. Make small movements and slowly open your eyes. So whether or not you enjoyed this practice, the information that we've gained about ourselves is invaluable. It's about boosting the clarity of our thinking process by breaking it down to inner images and inner talk. So why does this matter? Sanity is the capacity to snap out of our own thinking. But in order to do this, we must realize that we're in a trance in the first place. To notice we're lost inside of our inner talk, our inner critic, our inner narrator, our list maker. Maybe we're lost inside of a visual memory where we messed up or embarrassed ourselves. We're getting a more specific idea of what our thinking is made of. So next time you're stuck in the old thought loop, see if you can pop out of it by seeing which parts are images and which parts are talk. Watch and listen in a relaxed way, not believing the thoughts or giving them any validity, just observing them. It gives us more space and ultimately more freedom. Sanity starts now. I'm stoked you're here. See you next time.